Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Mortally Wounded Princess. Last part, we beat the lake.
She's not, what are you talking about? She's not mortally wounded.
Oh, hi Zant! How are you doing?
What's up, bitch?
Don't sneak up on me like that.
So why are you sticking your tongue out at me all the time? That's like a little rude, you know? Okay, I got the snake on my side. Okay, you shouldn't... Oh, okay, you're gonna show that snake who's your bitch. Okay.
So that snake who's boss.
He didn't even have to move, except for his arm, apparently. That wasn't up before.
So, Zant's power level has always been kind of weird for me, because...
What, 9,000?
Because, he's supposedly strong enough to, nearly kill Midna here and, change areas back into Twilight temporarily and destroy a light spirit and whatever. But, later in the game, he's kind of a pushover, too.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree with that. I love Zant early game, and then late game, it's just what happened to you?
So, actually, I'm kind of the opposite, because
Really?
I think that the Nutso Zant later in the game is more interesting than the stoic, oh, I'm so powerful Zant.
Okay, I can kind of understand that, but my issue is the sudden shift.
Oh, no, I
Where,
agree. And, part of...
He has had this, this sort of atmosphere through, 90% of the game, and then right at the last, the very last part, he goes practically insane out of nowhere, and I'm like, that doesn't feel like it fits.
What they were building up to.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. It's, again, this is an exposure thing for me, because I played Hyrule Warriors before playing Twilight Princess, and in Hyrule Warriors, they just start off with Zant being crazy, which is great because
Okay,
he has
fair.
amazing dialogue in one of them. One of his lines is literally, "The party does not start until I have arrived."
Oh my god, really?
Yes, really. And
Oh.
he's and
I have opinions about that.
it's great because him, Ganondorf, and Girahim are the most stupid trio of villains ever, and they go through the second half of the game just causing havoc and being morons, and it's great. Girahim
I
is
get
too busy
that.
being fabulous to get anything done. Zant is trying to show off to Ganondorf, but is too crazy to get anything done. And Ganondorf is his disappointed dad, and he just has to clean up their mess all the time. It's amazing. I love it.
Okay, but this is kind of interesting that Girahim is coming into this conversation because Girahim and Zant both fulfill very similar roles. Ultimately,
I hate Girahim so much, though.
but I feel like Girahim as a whole kind of develops better. And,
Develops into what, though?
I
mean,
gotta say, I think Zant's better than Girahim.
I think Zant's better as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just
Girahim-
bitter. I'm just really bitter
Girahim
about
strikes
what
me as
Zant
someone that
turns
could be
into.
doing more with his role, but I feel doesn't leave enough of an impact.
He's a list of very dumb tropes that never advances anywhere from there.
I can definitely see that, but at least he's kind of on the same track through the game, and he just escalates. He escalates on this path, and by the end of the game, yeah, he's really nuts. But Zant has it builds up this expectation through the whole thing, and then right at the end, it's a bait and switch.
Completely subverts what you were expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
not
but
in a good way.
not a graceful way.
No, not in a good
Yeah,
no.
I think Zant could have been written to be better, because, honestly, I think the idea of him worshipping Ganondorf is actually really interesting. If they had gone with the idea that he is so, obsessed with Ganondorf and worshipping him so much that he's gone literally insane, that they could have done something interesting writing with that,
They absolutely could have.
They could have
early on, so that it had time to build.
Yeah, because
But it just doesn't.
They built him up earlier on to be a villain that's feared because he's powerful, I guess. And I will say...
And no nonsense. My favorite thing about Zant is that moment we just had right there. As soon as you get the last piece, he's right there. He immediately greets you outside the
And he's like, "Yo, bitch, this is mine," and he takes
it's
them
hey,
all.
what's going on?
And
you made this? I
mean,
mean this.
He also like nearly kills Midna too. Is also the thing. Like you're like you don't see much of Zant before that, but then you're like, oh crap, that's someone that I shouldn't mess with. And so when you get to him at the end of the game, you're like, this is who I was afraid of. Like whereas
Yeah, it's kind of a letdown in that way.
whereas I think you could still have him be just as powerful. Like you could have him be just as threatening, but maybe for a different reason. Like this is who has the keys to the nukes. Kind of scary, maybe, you know.
Yeah. No, okay. This is kind of straying away from video games a little bit, but like the sort of intimidating that I think would have fit really well with Zant early game would have been like. Have any of you like actually watched Ruby?
I do.
At all?
The online show.
The really nutso scorpion guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is, but like that sort of trope, if Zant were like that, then that would have been like super intimidating in a really weird way.
I've only seen like the first 2 or so episodes of Ruby. Like I liked the fight scene. Like those, it's like so like
Okay, to put it a little bit more into perspective with the character we're talking about, he's crazy, but he uses that as an intimidation tactic.
Yeah.
oh okay, that could work.
Yeah, he's
I think.
completely batshit.
Yeah.
So Joker?
Kind of.
A little more in your face.
Like cause
So Kafka.
well you see I don't see. Well here's the thing I don't see. Not Girahim, sorry. I don't see Zant as a character who's delusional in the sense that he doesn't understand what's going around him. Because he's
No, neither does the
Neither
Scorpion
is
guy
the Scorpion guy. He's just nuts.
he's not. He's deluded in the sense that he thinks Ganondorf is almighty and that Ganondorf will save him. He's like fanatical.
Okay, but no, that is actually a parallel with this other character.
Yeah.
It is pretty much the same dynamic.
Yeah, so like the...
That this guy is going through.
Yeah, so I think that... I agree that the twist is so jarring. But then again, I love Nuts Zant because he's hilarious.
I probably would have loved it too if it were developed through the game, but it's not. And the Zant that I was initially introduced to was the super intimidating stoic Zant that has like super creepy teeth that you see for like 5 seconds and it's like, oh.
Imagine
All right.
how much fan art there would be if Zant was like attractive underneath the helmet, though.
You mean there's not?
Well, no, because Zant like isn't the character that Zelda fangirls want to bone. That's Girahim.
So they'll make him attractive.
well, I mean,
They want
Flatter
to.
those eyelashes.
They do want to do a fish guy in Sidon.
yeah, but Sidon also has big anime eyes and abs. Zant doesn't have abs, or at least he's wearing a tunic, so I don't know if he's got. Does Zant have abs?
He probably has abs.
A game inquiry.
The deep questions.
So nobody just notices the wolf in the ramparts up here.
Nah, that's cool.
Nobody ever looks up.
That's fair. When I was in elementary school at one point, I was walking home with my sister and one of her friends, and at one point my sister says to one of her friends, look, Gullible's written on the ceiling. And they believed it, even though we were outside. And there thus was no ceiling.
Oh, you mean somewhere else? Okay, I'll check it out next time I go in there.
Also, I love the Midna's Lament section of the game. Like, I know that
And then they put it in Brawl and Smash 4, and it does not fit.
It's not a Smash song.
no, but
Yeah.
it's a really good song. It's
It's a lovely song.
so. Here's the thing: I'm having a hard time saying why I like it because it literally is just backtracking through places that we've already been before, doing the same exact thing, but music plays, and Midna is sad. But
it's emotional.
it is.
I think it's because of the emotional stake of the situation.
Yeah, even though there is nothing gameplay-wise, like, you can take as long as you want in order to get to Zelda. Like, there is no time limit,
Yeah.
but it certainly, like, I feel like it definitely makes you feel like, you know, what happened has an impact because you actually have to go and save Midna as opposed to it just being a cutscene or whatnot, you know? Although it is really annoying that the enemy music still plays when you get close to an enemy, and it's just like the nice music, and then there's just and I'm like, no.
I think
It's also good to know that Telma's bar summer
Yeah.
has a magic tunnel that leads to the neighboring house that also has a tunnel leading to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. Oh boy,
for her
does
entire life savings.
Poe
Right here.
hunting.
The pose are so overdone in this game.
Yes.
oh
And without a Sun song, they're very annoying.
you know, so in the SD version, there was no way to tell if a Poe was close to you. Is that because they added the Poe lantern, right? And that let you know if one was close by or not.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't recall.
Wait, what?
so I know that they added the Poe lantern in the HD version of the game, which helps finding Poes easier.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they did. It's an item you get from
Huh.
this guy. You find like 10, I think, and then you talk to him, and he gives you the Poe lantern. And if you take it out, it'll be lit if there's a Poe in that room. Pretty much is how.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
would've
the
been
new
real nice.
item, the ghost lantern, lights up when a Poe is nearby, even during the day.
yeah. So
Unfortunately, it means you still have to wait, but
yeah. So the only issue with the Poe hunting, I really
His neck
have-
is broken.
Oh, yeah. It's the lack of a sun song, because this is like the only game in the series where you can't change time of day. If I can think, like, you can do it in Ocarina of Time, you can do it in.
well, I would say
Waker.
Skyward Sword, but the time of day never changes in that game, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter in that game. So
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, it's not. Like, I mean, honestly, time of day is an idea that's neat in concept, but very few games actually use it in an interesting way. So if it's not there, I usually don't mind.
Majora's Mask does.
Yeah, Majora's Mask does do use it in an interesting way, but like Ocarina of Time doesn't really. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'm when I say most games, I mean not even just Zelda. I mean like most
Yeah,
video
I get it.
games. So, yeah, but
I was just jabbing because we were talking about Majora's
Yeah.
Mask so much.
like I mean, I probably would appreciate Majora's Mask more if I went back to go play it. It's just I need to find the time to do it.
Yeah.
Is the big thing there. Anyway, yeah, Poe hunting. We spend a lot of time, or more accurately, I spend a lot of time Poe hunting. I cut out 90% of it for
Thank you for your service.
yeah, because
That stuff is awful.
like I mean, it's the game's Gold Skulltula, or I don't even know if Wind Waker has a equivalent to it. So thankfully, it's all optional. But
Yeah.
the
Well, technically the first one you have to do, but
like there's like 5 required ones because they're in like you technically have to get like 5 Poes in the Arbiter's Grounds or something like that, but you don't have to go out of your way to find the extra ones, I guess is the thing. I think the big thing is that part of it is that the rewards don't really seem. Well, no, the rewards are worth it for like the first half, and then the second half is. Oh wait, no, that's just Ocarina of Time anyway. Like people will be like, "Oh,
Yep.
get the first 50 Skulltulas and then don't go back for the rest of
Yep.
them," because it's
Pretty
it's
much.
actually it's literally the same exact reward. It's more money. Because what do you get for getting half of the Skulltulas in Ocarina of Time? Is it just a heart
I
piece?
believe
Heart piece.
a heart piece.
Okay,
yeah.
that's a lot
then
of work
nothing
for
until-
one heart piece.
Well, 50 of them you're going to get on the way if you're just paying attention to what's around you.
I think in my playthrough I found like 10. Like, then again, I'm not good at video games, so you know, there's that. Like, I also didn't feel like I wanted to go out of my way to find them, like, which is weird because when I played A Link Between Worlds, I went out of my way to find like at least 80 or so Maimais. I think I gave up for the like once I got to like 90 or so, but.
Oh, Christ.
Like, I did most of the stuff in that game. I did baseball. I did.
I just it reminded me of the damn song that plays when you.
Oh, I love the song. It's so good.
I hate that song.
Hoi,
Uh-oh.
hoi, hoi, hoi.
They start singing when you bring them back. It's
I
great.
know, and I hate
It's so.
I hate it so much.
Do you ever go back to Link Between Worlds, or do you just play Link to the Past instead?
I haven't played it. I haven't played it in a bit, but like when it was relevant for like the first year. When it was relevant for like the first year, I was breathing down that game's neck.
I like the game a lot better than A Link to the Past, honestly.
I think it is a better game than Link to the Past, but it's like
I mean,
I don't revisit
kind of
Zelda
almost
games
the
as
same
often as
thing.
I do other franchises.
What was that, Masae?
I mean, from what I gather, it's almost the same thing, but I mean, refined by like present day game design
Yeah.
choices. So,
If Link to the Past is too old school, for lack of a better description, you'll
Yeah.
love Link Between Worlds.
Well, there's actually it's weird because I like the modern stuff from Link Between Worlds. Blah, sorry, but okay, wow, all right. There's some things about I actually don't really like the rental item system all that much because what it means is that every dungeon is designed around one item and only one item, so there's no puzzles that involve more than one item. Like you're never expected to use the hook shot and the hammer in one room or something like that, you know. Which made it feel less satisfying to solve puzzles to me because it's like, okay, I know that I'm only expected to use bombs here. So, why?
I can see that.
Because one of the things about Zelda games is trying to figure out what they want you to do, and when you cut down what tools.
On
are
the other
relevant,
hand, it does let the game be very non-linear.
which I mean, I don't.
There are pluses and minuses to doing it each way. So.
I mean, personally, I don't mind having an order to go in the dungeons, you know, because the non-linearity to me in Zelda is just exploring the overworld to find extra stuff. You know, I don't mind having to do this dungeon first and then that one and that one and that one.
And some prefer to do it a different way because with the rental system, you can now have a lot more self-imposed challenge stuff going on. Potentially.
Zelda, Midna ran out of ink. Do you have another case of toner for us?
The toner is fine. It's a matter of getting it into the damn printer and reading it.
Whoops, sorry. This one is not for this printer.
She said she was
Try
out
again.
of red ink, but we're
I
looking
don't
for
need
black.
red. I just need black.
Sorry, you need to buy all of them again.
Do. Oh wow, my plot device senses are tingling here. Oh, okay. So Link has been possessed by the furry porn on Rule 34.
Oh no.
That's too powerful for me to handle.
I didn't know legs could bend that way.
Well, we did just see his neck
They can't.
contort, so...
Said with a devilish grin.
Okay, so go find the thing. Cool.
That's right. That thing that was driven into our head is what's keeping us in a wolf state permanently until we get the Master Sword.
Yeah,
Yes.
he put a like a little rock in our face, so...
I was like, oh, I hate that.
Where did the rock go? Did it just replace his brain then?
It's like lodged into his brain.
That's scary.
Hey, rock
Sorry.
brains.
So when we remove it, are we going to get super smart like Homer Simpson in the crayon?
No, you get to the Master Sword and it becomes a game of operation. Just don't touch
Trauma
the sides.
center.
Notice how I said
Oh,
Hyrule,
trauma.
not Hyrule.
Okay, that's probably would only just barely get into the top 10 for ridiculous trauma center operations. Like, because I'm thinking of right now...
Remove the evil cursed stone from the wolf's brain.
No, probably like number 9, maybe. Because there's the operation where you're trying to remove bone pieces from a cat's stomach when literally thousands of people are dying outside of the hospital right now. And they decide, okay, helping this cat is more important at the moment. We're going to do that.
It's
We're
relatively
respecting
more
the
mundane.
Overlord.
It's more mundane by comparison, but I still trip over operating on someone in the middle of an airplane during turbulence, and it's like, that's not gonna work.
Well,
Yikes.
so I don't get what happens here. Zelda dies?
She became a force ghost.
Yeah, but she comes back later and is fine? Like, I never got, like, what was going on with
It's
this.
a great sacrifice.
Like, okay, so, like, I get Zelda sacrificing herself to save Midna. Like, I get that part. What I don't get is she's just back randomly at the end of the game, and I don't remember if they establish what brings her back.
Ganondorf.
Yeah, but why? Why would Ganondorf bring her back? Because, like, theoretically,
He
like...
needed a proxy to play tennis.
I mean, okay, tennis is fun. I'll grant you that. But,
Yeah, no, it's doubles night.
like, theoretically, if Zelda's spirit was embedded in Midna, Like, because the only reason I can think of that Ganon would revive Zelda is to get the Triforce of Wisdom. But theoretically, wouldn't the Triforce of Wisdom be in Midna now? Because Midna is Zelda's spirit or something? I don't know. Oh, look, somebody...
I'll be honest and say
Somebody
I
booted
honestly
up.
can't remember.
Someone booted up Bomberman 64.
Oh, no, I can't beat the first level of Bomberman 64. Grrr.
Well, that makes me very angry.
Diamonds.
Arthur Fist meme.
Okay, so, you see, I thought of Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts before Arthur, the TV show.
Yeah, I did too. I'm not gonna lie.
And now I'm imagining him wandering around in his underwear saying, and I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
What a wonderful time to die.
Wait, that's Castlevania.
I'm gonna fall into the lava and fry.
And get along with each other.
And get along with the devil.
I'm not listening to y'all.